Well, I've been doing this poetry since like I say 4 or 5 years old.
Mm. So how did you get
Yeah.
into that? Like, what made you start writing poems at like 4 or 5 years old?
Let's just say loneliness. Um,
Okay.
since I didn't really grow up with my brothers and sisters. And when I was with them, we didn't really have that much communication. So my whole life I've been more to myself. So and obviously I was into Michael Jackson and into music, and I just words just started coming out, and I didn't ignore them. I didn't see it as what people call a poem. I just saw it as a way to just let myself go and create imagining friends and imagining situations, my own planet. That's what I call writing. You know?
Yeah, that's
So
really
I,
cool though.
yeah, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, Seeb
So I
Dread
always
says
knew.
what's up.
Pardon me?
Seeb Dread says what's up.
Hey, what's up? What's up? How you doing? Yeah.
No, so that's cool. So you basically been writing poetry throughout your whole life and being creative like since time, like since the very beginning.
Yeah, since the very beginning, but I never like really showed anybody. Like it was really like just for me. Like I found it even corny most of the time. Then when you had I had when I had when you were told that you gotta do what you love doing and you got 6 months to do it, you really gotta ask yourself, what can you do for 12 hours every day for the rest of your life without feeling any sweat? And to me, it was writing poems and motivating people. Like I will not mind doing that for the rest of my life. So I showed my poems, and my friend was like, "That's what you call spoken words." So I Googled what is spoken words. Then I saw YouTube, saw Williams. I was like, "Man, that's just like a pastor who's just rhyming. I could do that." Not to disrespect what spoken words is and all that, but based on my cultural background and the people I've been around, I could handle that kind of creativity with the poems I write. So I was like, all right, let's do this. And almost every show, I was asking people, can you sign just to say that I was here? And so we developed
So how did you
a
get into performing it? So you Google what is spoken word. You're like, I could do this, and the next thing you know, you're at shows already. So how did you end up getting to the shows? Is there a big scene here for spoken word?
there's a big scene. Let's just say there's a improving scene. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, how did I get? That was your question. How did I start getting performances? I was invited to this. It was a Black History Month, and I was invited to perform. That was my first show. But my first ever performance was with at church,
Okay.
and I was already Owo. I was just contemplating how am I gonna perform, and it was Easter where we had like an acting a show for Easter, and the pastor told me to choose a passage, and I chose a passage, and he said, "Are you gonna perform it?" Because I told him that I was thinking about this old stuff, and he said, "Are you gonna perform it?" I was like, "What? Yeah, perform it." So I actually performed it, and that was the first time I ever performed the spoken words. And from there, I was like, you know what? I could do this. I felt good, felt comfortable. And when I went to the Black History Month, people liked it. And from there, I look for offers. I get offers to perform it.
Yo, that's so cool. Like just that you. Well, I mean, to me, it is like. First of all, I think a lot of things are cool. So maybe my threshold for what's cool isn't like the greatest, but I love your story so far. And I love the fact that you just literally Googled it. And from Googling it, ended up performing at church, ended up performing at like things, and it just, yeah, and it just kept working out. And now I'm getting offers and I just do them. I mean, there is a degree of fucking awesomeness to that, like simplicity of how you were able to just via self awareness identify what you could do. Like, yo, I know a lot of people that gun to their head ask what could you do for the rest of your life with no sweat, could never answer the question. And you were just like, okay, I got 6 months. To be fair, not many of us have probably faced 6 months to deportation. That's a big thing. And you get told, prove that I guess you have value, do what you love, etc. Go out there. And then you just do. You just run it. Like,
Yeah.
that is a pretty incredible thing. I just need to make sure that that is understood and stated. Um, so you get
Thanks.
in. So what does Owo mean?
It started with overwhelmed with opinion.
Mm.
Yeah. Then transitioned to one within one.
What does one within one mean? I
There's
mean,
a
this,
you and me, and there's a me and you.
that is a super simple answer, but I like it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
it's like a community move.
Yeah. We're all one. So you sacrifice a little bit, and I sacrifice a little bit. The world will be a better place.
That's really simple and beautiful too. I like it. I like how you can boil shit down like that. Like, yo, I would take like 17 sentences just to say the same thing. Um,
Uh,
but like, that's amazing. So you have this Owo Jones character that you've now built. You spit in the poetries, and then what happens next is you evolve it.
what happens next is that while I was trying to with this case, um, I was with my one of my friends, Muriel Flaga, and we we developed a system where we could help artists um, try to work with their visuals, you know. And we did that. We tried it out for 2 years. During that time frame, I saw myself, I saw my clients as me. So after the 2 year experience, it gave me ideas and perspective of what it is to be an artist, the basis of starting to become an artist, start taking it seriously. So this is where I've been since there. I've been discovering myself and releasing music, poetry bit by bit, and
I mean,
just
you've done a whole bunch more. I mean, I can say straight up that you're one of the dudes that threw shows that I got to perform at. So I mean, you've definitely done more things than just the like how did like 'cause, and I say it like that because there was a period of the time where you're coming into it where the city's kind of like going through a weird transitionary phase, we can call it. And all I know is I haven't gone to that many jam rooms in my life to prep a show. And yet, when I interacted with you, there was a jam room, and then we went and did this show with this fucking like, it was like the song order was randomized. Was your like, how are we gonna deal with people bouncing out the fucking show early? I was like, that's like really impressive shit. I feel like you're glossing over some of the stuff that you've done in that 2 year period.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Thanks. Creating shows. Also, created a show that helped charities. Um, I did a little bit of, I had a band, so I touched a little bit of music to just to understand what it is to be out there. And now I'm really sheltering myself while I'm improving, tweaking a couple of things. You know, so that's where I am right now in terms of my art.
Fair enough. Um, so like, I guess what so why you basically are working on videos. What exactly were you guys doing? Were you guys filming music videos for people or
Oh
visuals
no,
or?
we're basically helping artists from scratch. So if you want to become, we told us you want to become an artist, and you have the confidence, and you just need some guidance. We will take you from A to Z almost, you know. So it was to just experience how it is. I after 2 years got the knowledge and the experience to try to fix myself and go out there. Miro and Ashley, they got to continue with their own business. So everyone's doing good.
No, man, I'm just so fascinated by like what you did, because like I don't even think people know that this kind of service exists, right? Like, I guess it's artist development or at a more branding conceptual level. Like, I'm just trying to better understand it because, again, like, one of the things I realized is people, at least in Montreal, aren't aware of what's in Montreal. So it's a lot of
Yeah.
people like kind of floating around trying to like figure stuff out. So like, what does an artist development service actually do? Like, what is the benefit of that for a person going through it?
When we were doing it, we were helping, I used to say, for you to really be honest with your craft, you know?
Okay.
So obviously the elements of a business, which is required for you to register your business, have a logo, um, but those are the basic things. But what we found that we stood out was that we actually helped the client with their visuals. We paid a little bit more attention to the visuals. So that's why I noticed that a lot of artists in Montreal, including myself too, we need to make sure that we have visuals that are on point.
When you say visuals, you mean like music videos?
Music videos, your pictures,
Hmm,
just your image in general.
that's fair. Most of us probably don't think that hard, long and hard on the visual side of our presentation.